Hello, 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 hello. Am I live? Welcome. Yes, yes, it says. Yes, welcome. Welcome to my stream, honey. Welcome to Valtopia TV. Turn this down a little bit. Happy Tuesday. Greetings, wherever you are, whatever time of day it is. Welcome to my stream. We're going to be talking today about all the good things. Let me share this to my pages. I couldn't share it to my business page straight from Zoom, so I don't know why. Share it into my free group, Valtopia. Join us. Feel free to share this. There's definitely messages always coming through, inspired by everybody that's joining us. I'm going to share this to my business page. Tell me what's going on. We're going to talk about tuning inward to see reflected what you want to see on the out. And I have a lot of specific examples to share with you today. Tell me if you're here. Say hello. All right, I'm sharing this to my page. All right. You got it. You guzzle some water and get ready for this. I don't know about you guys, but ever since this whole thing hit, I've been so thirsty. You guys been thirsty like me? Are you drinking a lot of alkaline water? Did you know when you drink alkaline water, disease won't flourish in your body? The alkaline water really helps your body to stay in a flowy, wonderful state, and you can process everything. Especially right now when there's all this high frequency energy coming at us and we're being modified. You want to be drinking a lot of water. So say hello if you're here. And hi Rita, what up? How are you? Hello. Don't you love this backdrop? I have all kinds of fun backdrops for you. I went through today and added a whole bunch for every day that I come to my artwork of mine. And I have videos that can play in the background. It's so much fun. All right. I want to have fun and I want to fire you up because look, I came on live yesterday and all this fabulous energy, and then my inbox was popping, and I talked to so many people yesterday and today, and more than usual, which is really kick-ass. I think the cosmic energy is really waking everyone up to like, I gotta get with the show right now. I gotta do this, right? And so, you know, I was reading what I wrote. Do not watch if you're prone to seizures, because yesterday I had the video that was flipping and somebody got excited about it. So this is the thing. Let me turn this music down. I was talking to some amazing creators today, incredible, powerful healers, activators, people that have gifts that are already experiencing the healing with their clients, and you're already experiencing transformation in your own lives. And I want to talk about the version of you that right now that knows the version of you that you're becoming, but that's still tied up in a certain amount of apprehension and lack of confidence in the vision that you're pursuing. Like, you're actively pursuing what you've been gifted to. You have dedicated yourself to it, and you're in the middle of moving through. You've already invested, those of you who come to me, have already invested thousands, many of you, and you're already in it, and you must come into a place where, and I've been on this journey and I'm still on this journey, where you are coming into what you've invested in and what you're creating, and you are you aren't there yet. And the person that you are right now that decided you want the support and that knows that what you've invested in is taking you there, isn't in integration yet with the person that's already done the thing, moved through the investment, become a different level of being, and gone to the other side. And this can be for anything, even if you're not talking about an investment. Let's say you're talking about picking up learning something new because you know that it's going to bring you into a space of understanding something you want to know. or doing sit-ups every day for 30 days, or whatever choice you're making to support yourself. The desire to do the thing is the desire to have the result on the other side of making the commitment and being the thing that you're deciding to do. And so you have this inner understanding, as people say, of what you're creating. And then you look around you, if you open your eyes, and it's everything around you may not necessarily reflect what you're creating on the inside. And this message is not for beginners. My message isn't for beginners, it can be. But I'm talking to people, my clients and people I'm talking to on this message daily already know this, but guess what? There's a deeper level of that understanding that we're all being invited to. And you will know that you haven't gone into that deeper level of connection to your own desire that you're being invited to when you feel this frustration and even doubt, maybe, that you're going to do the thing that you've already committed to and you're in the middle of. Anybody feeling that loop with the cosmic weather or with the pressure of this whole experience we're going through, where your normal routines shot out the window and you don't have your normal fitness or massage or whatever it is that keeps you pumped up and going? And maybe at this point you're thinking, I've got to find a support. I'm ready to find a support that's going to let me remember what's guiding me on the inside when I can't see it yet or feel it yet for myself on the outside. Ooh. So the way that you connect, I love that this is the card synergy. The way that you connect to the understanding of your inner standing when you haven't seen it yet on the outside is about synergy. So first, when you make the decision, it may be a minute between you making the decision and the result that you're looking for. And so the between the decision and the result, in between there's a whole lot of experience that you're having that's on the inside versus what you're seeing on the outside. And one of the most powerful ways to connect to what you're creating on the inside, there's all these powerful ways. And this is what I talk about all the time. And this is the work of becoming a joyful, blissful, rich, abundant person. There's all this work you have to do to clear why you think you can have it. And then there's all this wonderful work to decide why you do get to have it, so that you're becoming complete in your decision and embodying the desires that you're following. And synergy is one of the most powerful ways, synchronicity and synergy and signs, to see sort of on the outside what isn't really manifested yet on the outside. It's a connection between our quantum or creative world and what we're actually experiencing here in this plane. Who relates to that as a way to connect to your intuition and to see? Hey, Nicole, how are you? I was noticing you yesterday and wondering how you were doing. So it's good to see you on my feed. So that is a wonderful tip. I feel like I should take notes and make a post about that, because that's such a wonderful way to connect to yourself. So as you're shape-shifting and becoming more of what you want and less of what you're leaving behind of yourself and others in life that isn't aligned to who you desire to be, oh my goodness, breath work is so vital. And in order to get into the quiet space of knowing what is inside of you and what you are creating, breath work and quiet and being still with awareness of anything and everything that's coming up for you will help you come into a collected state of being that helps you make better choices that are coming from your inner standing instead of your outer standing, right? Are you following me on this inner standing versus outer standing? And so breath work and even dancing, my client loves to dance to my bongos. She moves the energy, a lot of times, especially when we've been through a lot of a stressful period, which we've all been through lately, and you've gotten kind of used to tensing up and clenching down and getting through. It's really important when you wake in the day, how you wake in the day, to understand what messages and what the program and what you are projecting from within you. it's not that you go out, you wake up and then you see what's happening and then you make your decisions based on that. We know that, we do that work, but there's always with my clients an even deeper level of morning greeting and rhythm to the day. And a lot of times my clients shift into dance at the first part of the day, because this lets you get in touch with your energy. It lets you open up your hips and it lets you move the energy all along your own energy centers and get in touch with how you're feeling, so that your energy is creating the momentum of what you desire versus everything coming at you, or part of it coming at you because you're not fully immersed that beginning of your day, and as you claim the day and as you claim what you're creating with yourself. Oh, Nicole loves morning dancing in the sunshine. Oh my gosh, I love that. Ooh, I like to go up to my roof, which I might go up there after this, and put on just amazing music in my ears and do a big stretch up there. I love it. All right, so I want to tell a story based on some of these sales calls, sales calls I've been having of potential clients. And this is what inspired this stream, is this concept of knowing what's inside of you and trusting it so profoundly that you do what it takes to come into alignment, that your outer standing matches your inner standing. And everything that you feel heavy and doesn't work for you, you probably look at it and realize that that's where you're not matching your inner standing, and you're trying to let what's on the outside guide your inner experience. And there's a conflict, there's a split happening. And so anything and everything you can do right now to come into alignment with what's really happening for you on the inside. So where is your work? Is your work to really detach from what you're connected to on the outside? Is your work to find out what you truly do know and feel on the inside? Some of my clients come to me and they're fully claircognizant. They know. I'm like that. I'm fully knowing. And I used to go into these spiritual classes and they would do these journeys and people would suddenly have these epiphanies and journeys. And I was like, well, I already know what I'm supposed to do. And I don't see anything when you take me on that guided journey. It's because I have a different way of processing the data, the information. And so you are like that too. And that's the number one freeing thing that happens when you work one-to-one with me, is understanding how subtle the cues are to knowing more about yourself, and how powerful getting quiet with that awareness, how money it is to get quiet with your awareness and know those subtle cues and work with those. So how's this message resonating? Who's here with me? I can't believe there's only 2 people on this exciting live stream. I totally want more people on the stream. And I have so much exciting stuff to do behind the scenes. So I always come on when I'm inspired. And I really believe that this message is meant to connect with whoever's meant to. And actually, let's do a little call in. Let's call in more. Let's show the power of intention. Okay. So here I am experiencing something on the outside that isn't exactly what I felt was happening on the inside. So where's the disconnect there? Right? Well, I got a little distracted with the technology as I was coming on. And I think I lost some of the energy. So let's bring it back, right? That's what you do. At every moment, you're course correcting and taking a look at what your intention was and what you really wanted versus what you thought you wanted versus what you thought you should want, and bringing all of that into alignment. So let's do some alignment here. I'm going to allow myself to ground and center and disconnect from the energy of the whatever was distracting me as I came on the live stream. And I'm going to do some light language to shift my own energy and call in my soul clients. And then I'm going to talk about now what I remember I really wanted to share with you today. Wow. So the whole time I was toning, my ears started ringing, and it was almost like the ear ringing was in competition with the tone. That was amazing. I feel better. What about you guys? And now I feel the energy shifting a little bit. So, and you'll see that we'll have more people coming on as we go into this. So what I wanted to describe is this process that I've been talking about, which I call the glow up. And, you know, I'm several years into my self, study and spiritual growth and everything. And the people I work with have been working a long time. And this premise, this concept is new to most of us, because we've all been learning to trust and become more in faith as we release the past program and move into more of this experience of creation from our desires, creation from our knowing, creation from our understanding, right? And so the part that is needs to be celebrated, focused on, taught, shared, what I always want to talk about is that as you lean into that trust and creation within, and know that your intention and decision to put all your momentum and energy into what you've decided to, what you desire and what you've decided, not like, well, I sure hope this works out, or, well, I'll put a little bit here, and if it doesn't work out, then I'll go back to that. No, we're talking about full commitment and decision to understand your inner creation and expect fully the results on the outside, even as you're not quite sure how it's going to happen, even as you're don't have the money, or even as you don't have the tribe, or even as you don't have the body that you want yet, or even as you don't have the degree yet that you want. Like, there are situations always for every one of us every day where we are at a bird's eye view, and some of the results will be instant on the outside. All of it's instant on the inside, though. All of it is instant on the inside. So thank you for the love hearts I'm seeing. Is the stream coming through powerfully? Because I saw there was all these people, and then it cut off. Oh, thank you for the love. So I think that sometimes you can't really tell who's on, and it keeps changing. This principle is so profound and so deep, and I talk about it, I think, on every stream, because it is the power of creation, and it is what we're investing to believe in and create. And it isn't one of those things where you are deciding it, and then if it doesn't work out, you get to undecide it. It's like, this is what you're creating. This is an investment of your choice of being. And every day you decide it, and it comes in more and more and more. And every day that you make that decision, and then it doesn't come in fully as you want or dream or know, that is not a reason to undecide. And you decide again. Just like you do another scale when you're learning how to play piano, or you practice your grammar another time when you're learning to speak French, or, you know what I mean? Like, you put in the time, put in the money, put in the time, put in your beingness to become the thing that you've decided. This is what I am having. I'm having this. I'm being this. And there's just really no other option. And each day that I'm not it, I'm becoming it. That's it. You got me? Hi, Keisha. How's your session? Are you ready for me? In all my pink fabulosity? So Keisha, we're talking about the inner standing versus the outer standing, and this thing that you and I have been really working through together, and that I work through with each of my clients, is the understanding of how powerful you are as a creator, and that when you decide, you've decided. And just because you don't get the results on the outside yet doesn't mean you haven't decided. You have decided. You have decided, you've invested, you're here with it, you're creating it, you're being it. And because you don't have that result that you intended today, well, here it's coming. We're doing this. And usually in the beginning, it's a muscle that's so unpracticed and unknown for so many of us, that we really want to decide that it can't be true for us. And we look around at our people that are in our real life, and that aren't dedicated to this kind of decision and say, look, that's just the way it is. And our ego tries to say, see, you shouldn't have tried to get out beyond the box. The box is where you stay, bitch. And it's like, no, I'm getting out of the box that I created for myself. The box was always an illusion. And those people are in their own box. That's none of my business. Let me get out of my own box. I'm going to get out of my box every fucking day. And if I find myself in the box, I'm going to climb back out of that box again and again and again and again and again. I am box free, honey. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm all about, is your personal freedom, your sovereignty, your decision to know yourself so powerfully that everything that comes through you, you trust your decisions. You trust your decisions. You trust that you're in the right place at the right time. You trust yourself to make boundaries and to set new standards. And you do this work with me because when you start, you don't trust yourself. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Every level of growth requires a new level of trust. And that's what we're all doing here when we're doing this work. We're diving deeper and deeper into trusting ourselves. So when you book in with a guide and you don't get results, you know, there can be a combination of learning and chemistry and timing and all that stuff. But really it all comes down to how much do you trust yourself, and how much does this guide or lesson or thing you're doing facilitate you diving deeper into trust of yourself? Because you're the one with the answers, you're the one with the solutions, you're the one with the inspiration, you're the one who knows what you want. But when you start the work, you don't know what you want because you haven't admitted the truth of what you really want to be and who you are on the deepest level. And you're operating on a shoulds, or, well, this is what I can do, or, well, this is what I could do. And that's just pissing you off and manifesting as rashes and gut problems and depression and busyness and bad habits, right? Distraction. Because we just need to get in there and look at, what do I really want? What do I really want? And then look at why you think you can't have it, and why you think you won't get it. And then actually deal with when you don't get it, and you get yourself back up and you keep going for it until you fucking do get it. It's not about getting anything. It's about being in that state of trust and peace and joy within, to where then you're aligned, your energy's aligned, and then it's like, oh my God, this is so easy now. The hard part was getting you into alignment with you. That's the hard part. Once you're there, and you just got to keep staying inside of your own trust center. Keisha says, understanding, overstanding. Yes. So let's pull some cards, do a general reading. And then Keisha, do you have time for the session tonight, or do you have another event this evening? Out of control. This is the out of control card. And I'm sure many of us are feeling out of control. And being out of control and disrupted and breaking up into pieces is a wonderful way to take a look at what you have and bring it back into alignment. If the pieces are everywhere, you can take a look at them, you can clean them off, you can get rid of the parts that don't work, you can replace the parts that don't work, you can get new pieces that do work, and you can begin to actually have a functioning system within yourself that's aligned to what you desire. So if you're feeling out of control, let yourself fall out of control so you can realign into intention instead of control. Okay, Keisha's finished. Okay, cool. Love is the answer. Love for yourself, love and forgiveness for yourself, and how you used to do things that maybe didn't so much align to what you want to be, and compassion and curiosity for how you're going to do it differently now. Ooh, twin flame. Okay. This card, I feel like this is the prudence and permissions card. Prudence and permission. And this is exactly what we're talking about. We want And what do you think you're allowed to have? What do you want? And what are you squashing it into that seems reasonable enough, that does go beyond where you want to go, but isn't too far? That stuff's never going to light you up and tap into your gift and your genius. And what does it mean to tap into your genius? It means that you're stripping away all allegiance and attachment to other people's beliefs, programs, systems that aren't aligned to your divine intention, passion, purpose, and being. Yes. I've been getting the art card a lot, and I feel like the art card is all, I mean, I'm an artist. You guys know my healing comes through my art, and I'm finding, a lot of drawing coming through me the last few days, and coloring pages for Keisha. And I feel like there's a very deep connection to my inner channel, my inner receptor, and being in that state of transmitting that allows the frequencies to come through in a way that it's I don't mess it up. Look at, we got the, I drew the cards again. So we got the out of control card again. So there's obviously a sense of being out of control. So take the time to get quiet with yourself and tune into your soul messages. Oh, and this is the message that I wanted to bring through today. Yesterday, last few days, I've been calling in my new clients, and I really wasn't wanting to call in too many new clients over the last few weeks with my children at home suddenly for school. I'm sure you guys can relate, those of you who are having to work and have your kids try to book clients at the same time. And energetically, I was like, I don't really know if I want to be onboarding new clients with my kids, even though I'm calling you guys in. That's a mind fuck because I have plenty of space and time to do it. It's just, but anyway, I felt really ready now. And yesterday I came on and I had, in the morning, I just got this burst of energy, and I was laughing because I could feel all the clients that I had called in talking to me in my psychic eye. And I was like, oh, no wonder I didn't want to call in clients over the last couple of weeks. I just didn't have the headspace, the psychic energy space to hear all that extra information. And that's what it is when you are in service. You have control over what you receive and don't, for sure. Nobody's victim to these psychic messages by any means. See, I asked to receive messages and they started flooding in. And then what do you know? I had like so many people private message me and fill out applications yesterday. I literally was hearing you guys before you filled out the applications and connected with me on private messenger. And that's the way you guys are too. And when you're able to tune in more deeply, and if you can't, I've talked to so many people, this is why a lot of people come to me, because you're highly successful and you are highly aware, and somewhere the way you tune in hasn't worked for you, and you need guidance. You need to learn a better way to tune into your own wisdom and get the answers and solutions that you need fast. And so, this is the work we get to do. And when you're able to tune in and get quiet, your awareness of yourself, you clear away all that other people's energy, other people's ideas, and you're filled with your own genius, your inspiration that is connected to those very people that you'd like to serve. And they feel you and you feel them. And there's this mutual telepathic connection that happens. So that's why you have these incredible, miraculous results, where when you're fully committed and you've done the work to make sure you're clear, mind, body, and spirit, and just fully engaged in the spiritual, the service that you're offering, that instantly you have this turnaround and suddenly you've booked, all your clients up or whatever. It's because you're in a space of service and you've opened yourself up with your own gifts. You've done the work to become aware of what it is that you want to call in. I was talking to a beautiful potential client today, and she said, well, how do you do, we were talking about this. And I said, well, look, this is what I wrote this morning before I even knew I was going to talk to you. And then I read to her what I had written. Would you like me to hear what I wrote to her? And you? And it was exactly what we were talking about on the call, you see. And most of my clients that book in, that is how it happens. I had one client last summer who had written in her journal that day, I feel like I'm paddling upstream. And then that day I read her card for the first time. And I said, it feels like you're paddling upstream. Which makes me feel like we should do some readings now. Who's sharing the stream? And I'm going to do UT readings for a couple of you. So this is what I wrote in my journal yesterday. Magnetism, powerful decision-making, results. I'm going to write that. I'm going to write that in the comments. And I have more cards that came through that deck there. Magnetism, powerful decision-making, and results. I like it. It has a Z in it. Results. That's what we're doing here. Okay. And so I sat down and did my own grounding and meditation and connection to soul and cried and did all my own bullshit first. And then I said, well, who am I coming in today? Healing for self-sabotage so you can feel deep love, the kind you've never really felt before. And trust for yourself and others, like a deeper level than you've ever experienced. Not the shallow kind where you wonder about them and yourself and constantly question yourself. This is the deep inner love that gets reflected back to you because of what you know for yourself. So healing for self-sabotage so you can feel deep love and trust for self and others in an intimate way. Crystals came up. Whoever this is, we have crystal magic to do together. Hey, Rochelle, I actually have access to a beautiful private crystal collection. And I think that might be one of my next streams. These crystals are so powerful. And for some of you, that's all you need. For some of you, you could invest in one of my crystals that's been charged by me for a month, and that was all you needed. And if that's interesting to you, honey, private message me. I have an incredible collection. Not here. This is another private collection that I have access to. For some of you, you just need to go in the coloring book and color. For some of you, we need to get in here and get tight and really get into this. So this person is about crystals. There is a deep grief to express in a safe way that would unlock so much power in the heart chakra. I've always known that the next few of you that are coming through to work with me really have a guard up on your heart. And that is keeping you from opening your throat and speaking to the truth to yourself and feeling the truth for yourself and others. And it's heartbreaking. We want to break that wall down. It's heartbreaking because you're such good people and you really have something powerful to bring through and you're doing it. It's not like you're not investing and showing up and bringing through. But until we take these walls down and let you feel what you really aren't and haven't been able or willing to feel up until now, you don't get to have that level of connection and depth and telepathic connection with your people. You just don't. You don't get to have it. So this person is ready to take down those walls and in doing so creates a profound trust and ability to think for yourself more clearly than ever before, master your emotions, receive brilliant epiphanies, and be one with and channel the universe for instant access and genius living always. This is what we're bringing through. So this is what I wrote in my journal for my clients. And then yesterday morning, my head was buzzing, my ears were ringing, my crown, my eye was good, and then all of a sudden I had all these calls after I did a really fun live stream. So this is for you to understand, whoever you are reading and watching this, that when you want something, you can sit and think about it and write about it and be about it and decide about it and feel into what's being called for you, and it comes in. It's a practice. And this client really, really inside, her inner child decides to play and have daily structure, to be guided, You see, we can read a book or we can watch a video or we can learn about a concept, but until someone takes our hand and walks us through the places we won't go, we never really fully get to experience it. So this is what this person, you who's watching this, truly desires. This is what I created from my soul yesterday as I'm calling in my next glow ups and my next celebrate clients. You want to be in a safe space to create new habits, beliefs, and experiment with your gifts, thoughts, and ideas, and move through the edge of darkness that is traditionally masked as busyness. This person, you guys get to a certain point, and then it's so uncomfortable and such a like electric fence for you that you then start to get very busy and you do a whole bunch of stuff. And that's the heartbreaking part. It's not like you're not showing up and doing, but it's not working. It's not working. And every time, every day, and every week, and every month that we show up with our gift and deny ourselves and it's not working, we are recreating the story that it doesn't work. And that's bullshit because it works. The shit works. Okay? It works. And I've had plenty of my own times when I am split and it didn't work. And I wanted to yell and shout and say, it doesn't work. See, I'm the only person that it doesn't work. And it doesn't work when you're in the old paradigm. And it works when you're in your new paradigm, the one where you decide, I'm connected to my power of my creation. The words that I speak, what I know and do and be comes from inside of me. And I can see reflected back to me the absolute trust and faith of every moment I devote to being fully embodied in my decisions. Can I get an amen? And this is the work. It's not just to get clear. It's not just to clear your ancestral patterns. It's not just to identify your inner child shit. It's not just to integrate all your parts and pieces. It's not just to identify your purpose. It's to get all of that fully on board and in a full on, feet in, all the way, left in, fully embodied. Fuck yeah! That's when this shit works. That's what you're investing in. That's why you spend so much money, and that's why it can take a long time. Because every minute that you don't fully fuck yeah embody is another minute that you said, well, I'm going to hang out in the old paradigm a little bit longer. And that's okay. You get to do whatever you want. It's your decision. It's always your decision. I'm just here to remind you which choice you've made and guide you back to remembering who the fuck you is, baby, and who you is. Who you are is an incredibly powerful creator with every sovereign choice to be exactly what you've decided. And any resistance or roadblocks or limitations are simply the box of your own mind. There's always another way to become and embody what you were born to be. You were born to be you, and the limitations are only there to remind you why you want it so bad and who you really are, and to help you become a better you. Isn't this good shit today, Nicole? Holy shit. Nicole, I have a new offer that you may be interested in. I want you to reach out. I want to hear how you're, I want a little update too on your business. I thought about you several times. I was like, is she still working? Like, what happened with the change? Ooh, I'm thirsty. We're channeling a lot of energy through. You know what's fun? I didn't look at how many people were on the stream, and I like it better like that. I don't need to know who's on the stream. Ali! Hey, honey! Okay, did I write anything more to you, my lady? Yeah, so the edge of darkness, you're gonna make it through this edge of darkness that has traditionally masked as busyness, inavailability to your family, and even your clients, because you're afraid to go there subconsciously. You know inside of you, well, I can't go into that because I haven't gone into that for myself. So how could I possibly do that? Well, this is the work of going in there so you can go there and be deep with your family. You be present with your family, be present with your clients, and not be masking and running away from yourself and everybody because you're not willing to go in there and look at it. this getting through this, you know, edge of darkness that is traditionally masked as business, inavailability, family, and even clients in a way that would radically shift the results your soul is actually calling you to. Okay? So you fill yourself with love for yourself and clean out what isn't you, and then you call in what you desire, and you're completely just overflowing. Excuse me, I'm clearing that energy that was building up in someone's throat chakra. Somebody's getting stimulated and activated by this experience. So woo, it's a big one. Woo. So as you embody that decision and come into it, oh my gosh, I'm clearing so much I forgot what I was talking about. All right. Decision. As you connect in and decide and embody and be that with inside of yourself, you will literally, people just suddenly appear, or something just suddenly happens. But you also have to be listening. So maybe your intuition says, you know, that would be a really good time to, here's an example of when my intuition, I booked a client. I'm at the nail salon. This is last year. I was at the nail salon, and I was sitting next to this lady for half an hour or something, and I didn't talk to her. We were just doing our nails. And then I just looked, all the whole time she was sitting there, for some reason she was sort of in my awareness, like I needed to talk to her or something, but I didn't. I just get my nails done. And then I looked over and I saw that she had this really pretty tattoo. And I said, oh, what an incredible tattoo. And she just said one thing. And for 10 minutes we chatted, and I gave her my card based on what we talked about. I followed my intuition and knew based on the words she said, and we quickly got to the point, and I gave her my business card, and she worked with me for 5 months. Now I went to get my nails done. I had this sense as I'm sitting next to this lady that I might need to talk to her, but I didn't do anything about it. But in the moment, right when it happened, it was just effortless and natural. And I could give you, like, I could keep going. I could keep giving examples every day of stuff like that where I'm in tune enough with my knowing someone's heart chakra is really responding to this. Who is feeling some energy in your heart chakra? Someone's forgiving themselves right now for maybe how they did something and opening up to a new idea, which is really good. So stay in tune with your intuition. Stay aware of the signs and the symbols that are coming through for you. Okay, let's read the rest of these cards. Go with the flow. Go with the flow is about knowing what we were just talking about, right? Go, like, knowing when you maybe need to get up and take a walk because you're possibly going to bump into someone that you need to talk to, or noticing that something's irritating you and then doing the work to figure out, well, why is it irritating me? And then realizing, oh, I'm totally behind on that thing and I forgot about it. Or, you know, you need to be in tune with yourself. The frustration is going to come when you're not in tune, when you feel like all this stuff lurking in the back of your head that you need to take care of. And those of you that I work with identify as starseed. So I always love this card when it comes up. It's like, yes, starseed. Starseed being cosmic, meaning you have a sense of greater purpose beyond this world that we're living in here. You have a deep desire to understand your beingness from many, many, many times that you've experienced within your own DNA, what it is to be alive. And you have a sense of creativity and purpose about your living. It's a great practical way to describe starseed. There's a lot more in depth than that. If you want to get into it, you come into Valtopia, my free group. We have a lot of starseeds action going on in there. Empress, this is about how you choose to rule yourself, how you choose to guide yourself and others. As the Empress, you can see that she's sitting on a daisy, and I can put it here. There's all this beautiful stuff happening. This is about your choices. It's about how you choose to regulate and guide your beingness, right? Oh my God. Charlie would think that's hilarious. Okay, and this is, I love that these are the last two cards, you guys. Dreaming and pleasure. Okay, dreaming and pleasure. So there's so many ways that many of us have been taught to succeed. And most of them don't involve tuning into and being in a state of dreaming and pleasure. And you guys know that this is how you get into a more powerful state of connection with your powerful creator. And so anything you can do to release fears, anxieties, guilt that you have about doing what brings you into a state of pleasure and creation, that's good work. That's good work. Sometimes the work is being in a state of pleasure. Sometimes the work is learning to be able to be in a state of pleasure. And know that if that's where you are, it's just a stage on the journey, and it's not a sentence or something to be shameful of or something you're going to be in forever. It's a stage of beingness that you get to move through until you're like, oh, I'm so blissful. I just ooze bliss. Like I fart bliss. People get blissful around my fucking farts, right? You get to be like that if you want to. And just because that's not where you are right now doesn't mean you won't be. All right, do you guys have any questions? Nicole? Still small crew. I love it. All right. Music's getting a little repetitive. I want to get where we get more and more people on here. I used to, sometimes, I like the intimacy too. Let's pull a question card, and who's here that wants, I want to pull some Sacred Rebel. I need to get a little more water and Sacred Rebel deck. And who's here? Let's say I'm here and I want a card and I shared. And if you should ready for me, let me know. We'll cancel and get started. So thirsty. Thank you, Nicole. Okay, good. I'm glad you're going to message me. Yeah, I have time tonight. I have some good stuff going on. I'm sharing this out. All right, let me pull a card. Let me pull Sacred Rebel for you, Nicole. We get this process started. All right. Awayima wayiwa wayimu yiwa wayimu wa awayiwa awayimu woyini wayimu wayiwa woyiwa wayimu wa awayimu wa awayimu. That one came flying out for you. Bring it into form, Nicole. Bring it into form. I love this. Bring it into form. From the guide. This is so perfect for you, Nicole. So perfect. Bring it into form. Beautiful dreamer, you can imagine wonderful worlds of light. You can dream up so many possibilities. Now is the time to bring those possibilities of light into the world. They need to be more than ideas. They need to live to manifest. They need to live to manifest, which is what we've been talking about today, right? The world needs not only your dreams, beautiful as they are, but also your creations. Oh my God, I love it when these cards are always so perfectly on, right on. Get thee to thy desk, thy ease, thy computer, work, beautiful dreamer. Don't just dream, create, right? You got to bring into creation what's living inside of you. This is such the perfect message for today. You're being asked to honor yourself with a commitment to complete your inspired tasks. I love this. This will help you to grow, and that's a wonderful reason to commit. But there's another reason too. You know that your inspired ideas are worth translating into practical forms so that other people can access them and experience something special too. If you've been thinking about writing a book, painting a picture, or acting on an inspiration or an idea, then this oracle is bringing you an unequivocal yes. Yes. I love it. Do it now. Do you need me to send you a pay link right now, Nicole? I love this. Don't dally or dither about the details or even worry about how it's going to work. The universe loves a bold spirit. Once you take a step, it will rush towards you like an enthusiastic and chivalrous lover, opening doors, hand gently guiding at your lower back. As you are moved forward, this is what I was trying to explain today. You will promptly be provided with all that is needed to take the next step. There is sacrifice inherent in translating the perfection of an idea into the limited physical form. Although something may be lost when turning a multidimensional concept of endless potential into something concrete, this oracle guides you to realize that there is much more to be gained. You must become free of this inspiration so that you can receive your next inspiration. It's already waiting for you, so on you must go. Let me see if I'm missing any comments. Nicole says, I've been working so much on myself and focusing on developing my inner powers. I love this card. So perfect, right? This oracle also confirms that the information you need to translate your ideas into form will be provided according to the higher wisdom of life. This is that concept, Nicole, where you say, well, I don't know quite, but I'm taking the step and it's just going to form as a step. And it does. It just, you say, I'm stepping. So then there's like, they form like a step underneath your foot, you know? Ooh, third chakra. It may not happen by traditional routes, even if it seems unimaginable. When it's time for something to be born into form, nothing can stop it. It will happen. If you've also drawn the oracle of the sacred fool, feel assured that your path of success is not going to unfold according to the usual rules and regulations. It might happen in ways that surprise you and others, but it will happen. It's meant to be. If you've not drawn that card but feel drawn to read its message, do so after the healing process below. So they give you a healing process. Relax and follow your breathing as it flows in and out. In your own time, imagine, sense, or perceive that there is a beautiful light sparkling, twinkling like a shining star. This light is within the center of your heart. What color does it feel like? What energy does it have? What feeling or emotion? Notice the star and let yourself feel it. If you are a more visual person, you may see colors or shapes. If you're more auditory, you may sense sound, words, pulsing, and humming. The star of light shines, burns, and expands. It brings tingling energy into each of your fingers, all the way from your heart, down your arms, into the palms of your hands, and radiating out through each fingertip. You can imagine rays of light like rays of sunshine emanating out of each finger. The process then continues from your heart all the way down through your body and through each leg until the soles of your feet are filled with light, and it extends like rays out through the tip of each toe, fanning out like rays of sunshine. When you feel that light has reached through your extremities, say the following: I'm energized and empowered to bring my ideas to life. I release any fear that they won't live up to the perfection of my ideas or fantasies. I give them permission to become what they want to be in service to life. In releasing these ideas into form, I open up to receive new ideas and inspirations. I am helped with this process through unconditional love for the greater good, so be it. You've completed your healing process. Alrighty. So thank you, Nicole, for sharing. And I want to see you in my inbox. Let's talk. I want to see what's going on. And those of you that watch the playback and know that you want to sign up with me, there's different offers available right now. And I did make a really cool offer on yesterday's live stream. It's a $1,500 offer for 30 days. But when you message me, I'm going to want to talk to you and want you to fill out an application on Valtopia.com to make sure that we're getting you the right thing. So just know that you can go straight to Valtopia.com, and let me put the link in the comments, and you can fill that application out. And then we can figure out. I even have self-guided study that you could do for $555, and you get access to all my training. And I have a little bit. I have a program that for $1555 with that one, where you can get a little bit of one-on-one time with me while you're going through the materials. And this is for you if you're not quite ready to make a powerful commitment to invest several $1,000s and radically shift your life over the next 3 weeks. But you are really drawn to my energy, and you know that I can help you clear and in confidence and boost your confidence and allow you to create the funds that you desire to invest in the next level of the experience. So know that if you invest the $500 in the self-guided study or the $1555 in the sort of rolling in experiences, that's going to take you to the next level, and you'll be able to have the experience that right now seems like way far off. We do have like sort of mid interim bridge experiences that will take you from where you are right now to where you feel super confident about investing in a glow up or overflow or something. Even if it's not about the investment, in terms of like you're feeling your like energy gets overwhelmed by the thought of doing that big change, but you want it. This is where I have materials that can help you shift your perspective and understanding of how strong you are and how much you're capable of and how rapidly you can have incredible results of thousands of dollars. Those are all beliefs and perceptions. And just because today that doesn't seem like you could shift that quickly doesn't mean that you can't. We have work that can help you be present with yourself and get instant results from your own inspiration and brilliance. Those of you that work with me have already done so much work that this work just accelerates your development. So thank you so much for joining me. And I would love to see you in my inbox or in my Gmail. And I'll be back on, maybe on tomorrow. I got my kids tomorrow though. Wednesdays and Thursdays are usually about my kids. So I may be doing school, and if I get a chance to come on, I will. And if not, I will see you definitely this weekend. Own your frequency. You are the miracle. Thank you. See you next time.